Morning, I'm Eric Spillman in for Frank Buckley.
Oh my God.
It was too dangerous to drive in some parts of California in recent days, why authorities say this chaotic scene could have been prevented.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jacqueline Sarkeesian live from Boyle Heights talking about the city's ongoing copper wire theft problem. This issue becoming so bad, the city is launching a new task force. Details coming up.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Erin Myers here in Santa Ana. Today, teams are out in the field trying to determine how many people are homeless in Orange County and what their needs are. All the latest on that coming up.
Good morning, I'm Jessica Holmes. Airlines that give you more bang for your buck when it comes to legroom when flying economy. We're going to take a look at the list coming up.
We're sort of just having this discussion. Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. Oscar nomination day today. More reaction from happy nominees and folks who may not be happy because they are not nominees. Plus your two faves from Full House and Fuller House. The ladies from the show are here live.
Wait a minute, I must have heard something wrong. Did Jessica say more leg room? Wow. I got to be wrong. All right, good morning, everybody. Still some fog, some haze hanging in there. We're going to be clearing that out to partly cloudy conditions all the way through. It's going to feel a little on the moist side, but partly cloudy conditions. 63 coastal. Downtown Los Angeles going for a high of 68 degrees. San Fernando Valley up to 68 degrees. Dense fog and windy conditions with gusts up to 35 miles an hour later on this afternoon. Orange County inland 67, 62 Inland Empire in the high desert 60 degrees. Kirk, back to you.
Mark, thanks very much. In our last segment, we mentioned a traffic incident in the Santa Clarita area. Right now, we're going to go back there on the 5 South at Calgrove Boulevard with an update. It's a two-car crash and now blocking the number 1 lane. There are possible injuries. So what they're doing is they're working to clear the center median. You can see some delays there, delays on the 14 and even the 5 South after you approach the 14 and the 5 interchange there. To Culver City, let's go to the 405 North and Sepulveda Boulevard, scene of a solo car crash, and that solo car crash is blocking the right lane. Reminder, some low clouds and fog out there. Be careful, especially in areas of the west side. Well, that's the latest from the traffic center. Eric, now back to you.
Kirk, thank you. Copper wiring thefts have left some parts of Los Angeles in the dark. The city wants to stop that from happening. KTLA's Jacqueline Sarkeesian is live at the 6th Street Bridge, a recent target of wire thieves. Good morning, Jacqueline.
Hi, Eric. Good morning to you as well. I'm learning that copper thefts have been a problem for years across the country, but it's on another level here in Los Angeles. People are stealing the material and selling it at recycling centers. The problem is getting so bad, it has city leaders calling it an epidemic. This is why LA City Council members Kevin De Leon and Tracy Park are coming together with LAPD to announce a new initiative that will be cracking down on the city's copper theft problem. There will be a press conference on the iconic 6th Street Bridge, which has recently become a hot spot to wire thefts. City leaders say it's left parts of the bridge in the dark and costing the city millions of dollars in repairs. De Leon says the thefts have not only affected public safety, but have also put a strain on resources that could be better used for the community. In a move to stop the thieves, a task force will be created citywide to offer a reward program.
Testing audio, 1, 2, 3.
We're spending tens of millions of dollars. Wires have been stolen. In my district alone, we have about 3,700 lights that are completely out. We're on the 6th Street Bridge right now, which is symbolic for our great city. It cost us more than $500 million, and half of the bridge is completely dark because these thieves have broken into the metal panels. I mean, they're not using screwdrivers. They're using hand saws and pulling out all the cable. It's costing us tens of millions of dollars, and many neighborhoods are completely dark because of it.
And I asked him specifically what will go into this reward program. He didn't want to share the details just yet, waiting for that press conference to do so. But just last week, the city of Pasadena announced another reward program. They're offering a $10,000 reward to anyone who helps catch these copper thieves. So we're not sure if the city of Los Angeles doing something similar, but we will find out very soon during a press conference. Reporting live from Boyle Heights, Jacqueline Sarkeesian, KTLA 5 News.
Jacqueline, thank you. To breaking news now, LAPD looking for a suspect after a home invasion robbery in Hancock Park. Happened about 9 o'clock last night on Beverly Boulevard near Wilton Place. Police say 3 suspects forced their way into an apartment building. It's unclear if they were armed. They broke into one unit and ransacked it. Suspects stole property. A woman in the apartment was injured. Officers say she was taken to a hospital in stable condition. The extent of her injuries unknown, but police have not released a description of the suspects. They sped away in a 4-door SUV.
This morning, an LA fire captain is recovering from injuries he sustained while battling a fire at a homeless encampment overnight in Manchester Square. It happened around 3 in the morning on the 7500 block of South Normandy Avenue. The LA Fire Department says the captain was among the crew fighting a debris fire in an abandoned pedestrian tunnel when an oxygen tank may have exploded. He was taken to the hospital with injuries that are described as non-life-threatening. Fortunately, nobody else was hurt.
Efforts to count all the homeless people living on the streets of Orange County is now underway, with LA County following suit later tonight. KTLA's Aaron Myers live now in Santa Ana to explain why this count is so important. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, Jess. County employees and volunteers, they went out around 5 o'clock this morning to start this count. They are trying to determine how many people are homeless in Orange County and what their needs are. And you can see here behind me, they have a map up. That is real time about the surveys they've done so far, 737. So they've been working very hard this morning. And I want to bring in Supervisor Vicente Sarmiento to talk to us more about this. Now, Santa Ana is your area, along with some surrounding cities. Fill us in on why this is so important.
Well, it's so important because it allows us a moment to be able to assess where we are and what's working, what's not, where our numbers are, and where our resources need to go. So even though we have to do this, it's required by the federal government, it also gives us a moment to be able to make sure that we know where folks are, we count them, we don't do an undercount, we get an actual view of what is working in our county.
And then tell us, how does this help with funding and services?
Yeah, the more we identify our need, I think we make a more compelling argument to make sure that we need more funding for housing, more funding for services, treatment. So this really does give us a point in time, in real time, as you can see, where we are on our numbers. We did have a reduction from 2019 to 2022 when we did our last point in time count. More importantly, we just want to make sure it's an accurate count. That's the most important thing, because we're counting people who are sheltered and also people who are unsheltered.
And now I know homelessness, fighting it, is something that is very passionate to you. Talk to us what you've been doing, what the county has been doing, your area as well.
You know, what's exciting is that we just adopted a homelessness prevention and stabilization program just at our last meeting. It is to prevent people from falling into homelessness and also following them to see if they're successful and how we can keep them out. If we can keep these numbers flat, our county, we believe, can help solve this problem, and we know that we're doing street medicine programs through Cal Optima. We're doing other efforts, building up shelters, and a network of bed placements throughout the county. So it is exciting that we think we can tackle this, and we're on the right path.
Supervisor, thank you so much for talking to us this morning. We really appreciate it. Now, we are told the results for the count, they will be sometime in May, and teams will be going out again today through Thursday. And as you said, Los Angeles County, they begin their count tonight. Reporting live here in Santa Ana, I'm Aaron Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Aaron, thank you. If you're headed up to the snowy mountains, make sure your vehicle is snow ready.
Otherwise, something like this could happen to you.
Oh no.